Hey everyone, welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West. You're probably wondering where I'm at right now. I am back near Legacy's landfall because, as promised in the previous episode, I was going to cover Zoe's and Alva's quest before we did the final mission of this game, which I am very much looking forward to. So, in the previous episode where we last left off, we met Silence again, who has now joined us to take down the far Zenith. We got Regala on our side after we had a war with each other, which was so much fun. And then we had Tilda come along. So everybody is all together at the base, sadly, except for Val and Beta. But we are going to get Beta back at the end of this. And yeah, it's going to be so exciting. But with that mission being quite short, I thought I would add in some side quests. So today we are going to finish Alva's side quest. So let's say no more of and let's get started. Call Alva at the campfire.
Might know where the Leviathan research facility is. Better go to the campfire and let her know I'm here. Hey, Alva. I'm in landfall. Can you meet me here?
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Alright then. We'll be waiting. Hi!
Aloy! I'm here. Had to sneak past a few machines on the way, but I made it.
Alright. Ready to talk to that diviner?
Yes. He's right over there.
Diviner Alva, what are you doing back in landfall? And with the living ancestor?
We're looking for the At-Bay Research Center, where Leviathan was developed. The legacy tells us it's somewhere in the city.
Alva mentioned you've been collecting data in the area. Do you know where it is?
Yes, I stumbled across it, but there was no data there, only crumbling ruins.
Tell us anyway. We might be able to find something you missed.
Please, don't trouble yourself. I assure you, our search was very thorough.
You're hiding something.
Yeah,
What?
I was about to say that.
That is absurd. A diviner must only speak truth, as you're well aware.
Oh, you're worried you found something dangerous. Something compromising on Eileen Sasaki?
Keep your voice down.
Look, I get it, Nirik. You want to make it back to your family, so it's safer to turn a blind eye. But think of Leviathan. How it could help everyone. Isn't that why we're here? Don't let fear deny us that.
Very well. The facility's just south of here along the shore. But even if you find a way to fix Leviathan, it's sure to be shrouded in that which is forbidden.
Too often the truth is forbidden.
We're not going to chat with you.
Let's go.
Let's go. Follow Alva to the research facility. Alright then.
Not bad with that diviner back there. You've come a long way since we first met.
And Nirik's like I used to be. Terrified of a misstep. And with the overseers, he has every right to be. But what I've seen and learned since the greenhouse, it's so much more than what we're permitted. Diviners are supposed to seek the truth, and yet so much is kept from us. I'm tired of it. That should be the facility ahead.
Right. Ooh,
We
this
need to
thing?
find a way in.
Find a way in. Search the ruins for the data. Right.
Aloy, why is the ground shaking?
I don't
That's not good.
know.
Whatever it is.
Oh my god, that made me jump.
We'll have to take it out if we want to find that data.
Oh, sugar. I have got nothing. Well, if you could let me scan it. Okay, you're weak to plasma, that's good. Oh god. Good lord, that's a lot of damage. Crap. Get stuck, Aloy. Oh god. Oh my god. Hey. Stop it. Yes. Oof. Damn, that went down really quickly, didn't it? Almost dead. And bam. God, that was so fun.
Whew. Well, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
We should be able to look around for that data now.
Yes. Right, so what are we looking for, to be exact?
Now, I'll wait here. Don't think I can manage that.
There.
Aha!
Console.
Must have been what Neric found.
Let's see if it has anything on Leviathan.
Nope, leave it. Oh, give me that.
Now this'll do some damage.
Actually, no. That's not what I wanted.
Not getting in this way.
Might have collapsed when that Slitherfang came in.
Yeah. So we just gotta find a way. This, maybe?
Through here.
After you.
Nice.
Time for a swim.
At least the water's not freezing.
True.
Look at this place.
True.
I always try to imagine what it must have been like back when the old ones were here.
Less of a climb, I bet. Come on. Let's find that light we saw earlier.
See that up above, but I don't think we can get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to follow you there.
You okay?
On every expedition, the soldiers would lay down walkways and barriers first to protect us diviners. But this is actually kind of fun.
Can't go wrong with a bit of parkour. Parkour!
The data on Leviathan isn't here. But there's some kind of log.
Delete the database. But Miss Sasaki, when you look at the reports, 3,000 exhibiting symptoms. Over 400 dead. The data's clear. Omarama is contaminating the water supply, promoting bacterial growth. And with Leviathan based on the same architecture...
You're a smart kid. Top of your class, right? My father built this company thanks to world-class talent like you. And you know what else is world-class? Our legal team. So unless you want to spend the rest of your career in some dead-end, underfunded public research institute, you'll delete that database and forward all data on Leviathan to my office.
Her voice sounds
Yes,
familiar,
ma'am.
so I'm looking it up.
That was her. The ancestor. Eileen Sasaki. Hundreds dead. And she knew their system was to blame, but she had the truth erased. Were all the ancestors like this? Selfish, ruthless, immoral? And yet we hold them up as paragons of enlightenment and virtue. Given what we've learned, I don't even know if Leviathan will work.
Hold on. Let's not give up just yet. You said before that the old ones use Leviathan to control flooding. Which means it probably worked. We'll know more when we find the data on it. The recording mentioned a copy was sent to Eileen's office.
To their corporate headquarters. There.
Ooh, got a big climb happening
Let's
right
go.
now.
It shouldn't take us long to get to the tower.
Lead on.
Oh, she voiced Cloud's mother in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Thought the voice seemed familiar. She did sound a little bit like, just a little bit like, Erica Lindbeck.
So what was that other system the recording mentioned? Omu Ramba?
The legacy tells us it was the predecessor to Leviathan, a system that manipulated floods to bring life to a barren desert.
Gwen seemed to know a lot about this ancestor.
Diviners spent years trying to figure out how to restore Leviathan. We found a lot of data on Eileen Sasaki in the process.
Entrance is blocked. Gonna have to find another way in.
The soldiers built a path on the nearby
You interrupted
ruin.
Alva,
Might
Aloy.
be able to cross over from there.
Lead the way.
It's the one thing that sucks when you're playing a video game. You're paying attention to much of the dialogue and you don't want to have it interrupted, but you don't know when is the stopping point for you to continue forward. So you're just like, oh, I missed what they were saying.
I think this is as far as our soldiers got.
We'll have to climb higher to get into the tower.
At Bay
Follow your
headquarters.
lead.
Oh god, I nearly killed you there. I wonder if they fixed that jump in this game, because there's a jump that you make
Up we go.
and I kept dying to it. Like it was it sucks because I thought I could not continue on with the quest, but thankfully I
You
did.
doing okay, Alva?
Yes. Don't worry about me.
Not worried about you. It's fine. I know what you're doing. I do have to say that the climbing is so much fun in this
Glinthawk.
game.
Great.
Did it see us?
I don't think so, but we'll have to be careful.
Yeah, it will eventually see
How
us,
are
I
we going
think.
to get across?
Oh, that beam was
Like
promising.
so. Boom. Easy. Right.
This is a lot higher up than I thought.
Am I going to reach you? I think so, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, no, you don't.
Glinthawks. Well, we have the element of surprise.
Or we could sneak by and, you know, not fall off the tower.
Sorry, what did you say? I didn't hear you.
You defeated the machines!
There. No more Glinthawks.
I've heard our soldiers say the Glinthawks are the worst.
They are. They're probably the most annoying enemy in the game.
Up this way.
Because they fly, obviously. God, this music in this game is incredible. Oh.
Aloy! We're really high off the ground.
I know.
You can do it, Alva, okay?
I'll
Just
stay
don't look
here.
down.
That looks right. Of course.
There's the
Super
tower.
easy.
Should be able to
Oh
cross
god.
over.
See, you had no problem.
Doesn't
Oh.
sound good.
Okay, yeah, this is the
After
jump I
you.
had a problem with. This was the jump that I had a problem with.
Should be able to make it to the other side.
Yeah. Let's see.
Made it.
There we go. I
Okay,
glided
Alva, your
just in
turn.
case. because
Right.
I do
Yeah.
fall off.
Aloy, can you watch me and make sure I do this right?
Yes.
Come on, Alva. You can do it. It's okay.
Go on, Alva. You got this. I believe in you.
Please don't break.
Alva!
I'm okay. Wow. That would have been a long way to fall.
Imagine.
You sure you're okay?
Imagine if that killed her.
No, I'm fine.
That would have been
Let's
the
keep
end of
going.
the quest. I would have been like,
Door's locked.
okay, side quest over. Let's
think it needs a
finish the
passcode.
game.
Let's look around. Huh. This says the code is the month and year the company was founded.
Righty dokie. Month and year.
According to the legacy, it was October 2023.
Right. So 1023, I'd assume? No. Or 10/2023.
So the company was founded in October.
Which
No.
is the 10th month of the year.
Got it.
There we go.
Door should be unlocked now.
Jeez, what a
Maybe the
simple
data on
password to
Leviathan is
have.
in here.
That door's not open.
Cost reduction strategy. We're talking about people's lives here. I did as you asked on Omuramba, but this is worse.
Relax, Eileen. I've spoken with risk management. They're confident that the chance of another incident is within acceptable parameters. We're moving ahead with Leviathan.
You know, Dad, shortcuts have a way of catching up with you. Within acceptable parameters or not.
Well, one day in the distant future when you're in charge, you can run things how you want. But until then, how about you let me worry about that?
Guess Eileen and her father didn't always get along. But it seems like covering up Omuramba wasn't her idea.
Doesn't matter. She still had a part in it.
Well, let's keep going.
True.
Her office must be higher up.
Dead end. There's a ladder in that shaft, but it's blocked.
I might be able to pull the rubble out from the other shaft.
There we go.
Let's see where this leads.
You go on ahead. I'll look for a way up that has a lesser chance of falling to my death.
Okay.
Oh god.
Hey, Alva?
Yes?
There's something I don't get. You said Eileen was the one who built Leviathan, not her father, so... what happened?
I'm not sure. The legacy doesn't say. Either that knowledge is lost or forbidden. Or maybe we were wrong about that too.
Maybe. I can't get over the way Aloy went. Okay. As if to say, at least I don't have to hear you all the time. No, she probably just meant, okay, I get it, you're scared.
Are you doing okay, Aloy?
Trying to concentrate.
Yeah, it's just a long way up. Need to find a closer spot.
God, if I had to do that on a timer, Jesus Christ. I would not be able to cope. Oh, that's what I was missing. There we go, there we go. I got a little lost for a minute. But we got it.
Now, how to get up higher? How about you, Alva? Any luck finding a way up?
Not yet.
God, this climbing sucks. Because I don't like heights.
Well, that's done with. Okay, I'm back at the shafts. If I blow up that fire gleam, the elevator might fall and open up a path for Alva. Hey, Alva? Step away from the shaft.
Okay. Whoa! Oh, I can reach the ladder now. Be right up, Aloy.
Looks like there's another floor above. Might be Eileen's office.
Okay, I'll meet you up there.
Bye, Elva. Oh, okay. Jesus. I didn't see that at first.
Made it.
Yay. Now I just gotta join you.
There
Alright.
you are.
Come
Why
on.
is there a base camp up here?
Let's see what's up here. Another locked door. Need to figure out the passcode.
These artifacts. I
think I remember
think
this.
These were Eileen's. It's every diviner's dream to discover even one of the ancestors' artifacts. Oh, that must be the
Award
Larson McCory Award.
statue.
The legacy says Eileen won it when she was 40 for her work on Leviathan.
40.
Interesting. This looks like some kind of prototype.
For water purification. Must be the H2 flow.
What?
H2 flow. Their early inventions had strange names.
Right. So 40 and 2.
It's art, I think.
Could it be? Yes, I think this was commissioned in honor of the company's 25th anniversary.
Right. See how many numbers we got. Oh, there's something else.
That must be the Dragonfly 6. Atbay used it in most of their construction projects. The Dragonfly 6 was their most successful model.
Huh. That didn't do anything.
I
No.
thought that would have worked. Did we overlook something?
40, 2, 6, 2.
That did it!
Yay!
You can almost see the whole city from up here.
Look at the
Corner office.
bridge.
Impressive view.
Oh, that tower.
It must have been Eileen's.
Let's see if the data on Leviathan is here.
That was a little tough, but we got there.
Well, it's official. Eileen Sasaki, CEO, chair, and worst daughter in the world. Security had to escort Dad to his vert. Guess we'll be speaking through lawyers from now on. Looking down at the world from here. It's hard to see the details. People become risk factors, statistics, far too easily. Omuramba was supposed to provide clean water, improve lives. It was easier to pretend there wasn't a problem. Easier to believe the lie was truth. But I don't want to pretend anymore. I will build Leviathan right. No more shortcuts. No more lying just to save face. It won't undo our sins. My sins. But maybe we can still do some good.
So there's the truth.
She overthrew her father, took over the company, so that Leviathan wouldn't end up killing people.
It sounded like she regretted covering up Omuramba's failure.
She wasn't perfect. Not a paragon, as the Quan believe, but not a monster either. She tried to make up for her mistakes.
And now you know the truth.
As for the data, Leviathan... yes, it's here. Downloading a copy now.
Nice.
Is something wrong?
I think I'll stay here a while longer. There's a lot more data that I want to look through.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
Down is always easier than up. Let's speak again when we're back at base.
Okay.
Okay. I'll see you there.
Alright then.
Well, after climbing all the way up, why not glide down?
Wait, you're going to what?
Just thinking about it.
Quick. Do it while she's not looking.
Give it a glide in.
Alright, let's go. Meet you back at the base, people. I'm just gonna have a nice, beautiful glide with Aloy here. God, look at that view. Excuse me, just gliding through. That was so dumb. Alva,
Aloy, do you have a moment?
I do.
Aloy! I'm glad you're here. I wanted to give you this for helping me get the data on Leviathan. I didn't really know what to give you, so I asked Zoe what you might like.
Thanks, Alpha. I'll put it to good use.
Awesome.
Have you looked through the data we recovered on Leviathan?
There is much to sort through still, but I believe we'll be able to get it operational and turn back the floods. And I've given more thought to everything we've uncovered about the ancestors. The Overseers would have us believe they were infallible paragons. But Pharaoh wasn't. Not even close. His greed led to machines that devoured the world. The archive of the Old One's knowledge destroyed, just to erase his mistakes. So, when we learned that Eileen had a hand in covering up hundreds of deaths, I started to think they were all the same. Selfish, egotistical, cruel. But, in the end, it's not that simple. The truth isn't a straight line of ink on a crisp scroll. It's a splatter, smudged, and faded on stained parchment. I wish more Quen could see that, instead of looking the other way, or twisting the truth to serve their own schemes.
I doubt Bohai would agree with you.
No, nor the rest of the Board of Overseers. As Eileen said, it's easier to believe the lie is truth, but it's worth fighting for. And this diviner, at least, won't settle for anything less. For that, I thank you, Aloy.
Well, you're welcome.
I need to take care of a few things.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
I know there's a lot of things to talk about with her and Zoe and Erend and Katalo, Tilda, Silence. It's gonna be a lot. Okay, are we ready now? We are going to assemble our companions. But first off, I can speak to Tilda about
There you are.
something important.
Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
She's got a
I've been thinking
holographic
about what
of
you
the
said
painting
your
as
house.
well.
How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me. Restoring Elizabeth's dream. It's what?
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
Okay, that is everything.
I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
Alright. Right.
I can read this later.
I want to see Silence.
Did you need something?
Oh, hi.
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Alright.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regala's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before
It's all
I
it's
found the
feeling
coordinates
like at the
of
moment,
Spire,
just catching up.
you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation at the Hades Proving Lab.
Right. I'm gonna have to leave it.
All right,
I'm
Silence, I
sorry,
think I've
everyone.
talked to you long enough.
Yeah,
I'll let you know when it's time to go.
we've
And
talked to
try
everyone
not to mess
long
with
enough.
Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, you just call it a feeling.
Oh,
Yeah.
a feeling. You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
I'm sorry I can't talk to you for any longer. I've been recording for a really long time and I just want to get started with this mission already, so I do apologise, everyone. The conversations do take a
Okay.
long
Maybe
time,
it's time to get
to get
everyone
through.
together so Tilda can brief us.
Yeah,
Is there anything I should handle before that?
that is everything.
All right, people. I need you up in the control room right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
I love that he looks at him.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood?
Let's go. I'm surprised Regala wasn't there, standing with
You
us.
two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Thank you, Alva.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
We're doing this. We are doing this, guys. This is it. Go to the rendezvous point, talk to your companions, optional. God. As if I haven't spoken to them enough. That's taken so much of my time.
We need to get Silent's weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to take their shields down.
But we will
I'll be
talk to them.
gentle with it. I promise.
Good. Without it, there's no payback.
Don't worry. Payback's all I think about.
I want to speak to
We're
you.
finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already.
If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. Saved my butt with those Spectres. Wouldn't feel right to leave it behind now. You know, besides, it goes with my outfit.
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. Varl made the right call, you know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. How you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. world ending and all.
Mhm.
No time like the present, though.
Yes.
You're up for it.
Absolutely. Yes. 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 About
Well, I
time.
think it's time for us to finally have that drink.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course.
Drinks?
Oh,
Oh. They're cute.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the
I
Carja
only have
threw
this
a
drink.
prisoner a day in there. And, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Carja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Carja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Carja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Carja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
Wow. That is amazing. I have been waiting so long to do
You
that.
were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
Cute. Okay. See ya later.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point, with my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay. Let me think about it.
I hope everybody's ready for this. Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Aloy, nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking my tribe. And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad.
Hmm.
I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Try not to hurt him too bad. Everyone here, training, working together. If it weren't for Varl, none of it would have happened.
Yeah.
You know, there was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. I was nervous about the mission. To be honest, I think we both were. So, he asked me to join him in Gaia's dome. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith launch facility. We sat there, just looking at it. I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck on that great sphere. How every corner of it must be teeming with life. And any fears I had about our mission were gone. I miss him terribly.
I know.
So do we.
I should go. I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So,
Make sure you stay alive to do so.
let's just try to all come back home. Okay?
Yeah. Of course.
You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right.
Once all this is over, will you go back across the ocean?
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more worried I become. If I go back, I don't even know if they'd let me keep this focus you gave me. Or what they'd do to me for reading what is clearly forbidden data. Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duties as a diviner, would I be willing to let the truths I've learned about the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Overseers? Would I dare challenge them and risk my family's safety? Or losing Federa?
Who's this Federa you mentioned?
She is another diviner. One of our best. We used to be rivals at the academy. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate and love. We became very close, and then I was assigned to the expedition. She promised she'd wait for me, no matter how long it took.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do.
Oh.
I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Alva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the legacy brought us together. I never thought I'd get to actually meet an ancestor.
Come on, do I look that old? Katala will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Katalo will fulfill his duty, as will I. If we die doing so, at least it'll be alongside a friend.
I'd rather you both stay alive, if you don't mind.
We'll try and keep that in mind.
The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected. But you'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky. I need to get going.
I'll be at the rendezvous point.
All right then.
May truth lead us to victory.
Awesome. All right, and then speak to Kotalo. Hello.
So, how are we feeling about the mission?
I do not know everything that you have planned, but it doesn't matter. All that remains is to follow you to the end, whatever that will be.
Thank you, Katalo. I'm glad all this brought us together.
You brought us together, and I am grateful too. Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm, before we leave on our mission.
Right. I'll let you know when I can make my way there.
Wait,
Thank you.
I thought we already tested it out. Pretty sure we already tested it out, didn't we?
Now that training time is over, what's on your mind?
The Bulwark, the Kulrut, and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith base.
I'll try not to let you down.
I know you will not.
No.
We didn't really get to talk about what happened at Gemini.
There was nothing more to say. If he were to Noct, Varl's bravery would have earned him sacred burial at the Grove, among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. His deeds were worthy of the 10. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure he'd be honored.
That's
We'll
so
see you soon, then.
sweet.
It will be my honor.
Oh, so sweet. Alright, that's everyone. Silence and Tilda, they didn't have anything new to talk about. Alright, there's a base camp nearby. We've made it to where we are. Be safe, Pete.
There. Rendezvous point. I should take care of everything I can before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base.
No, we're good now. We're good. If you proceed past this point, you will be locked into Singularity and the open world will be unavailable for the duration of the quest. So this is it. Let's do it. No way back. Let's call them.
Okay,
Enough
everyone.
chit-chatting, let's go.
I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
Let's go.
Aloy.
Oh look! Pete's
Where are the others?
in the cutscene. There's Regala.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Why is he all red though?
Are we all here?
Look at you, flying in.
Then let's begin.
Why is Erend all red? Is that normal? Ah, nice.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others.
Nice.
Shall we?
Yes.
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
God, I feel sorry for Zoe and Erend. He's carrying something heavy. She's pregnant. Katana's got his arm!
That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be specters guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Catalo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only.
Aloy,
We're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right?
as long as you hold up your end.
We will. See you soon.
Be careful.
Let's go.
Yes. Let's go. What's Silence gonna do?
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
Alrighty then.
Beware, Aloy. Spectres ahead.
Company. Follow my lead.
Grab the
That's
medicine.
what I do.
Oh dear, I didn't get any machine muscle. I forgot to restock, so... What?
That's the weak spot.
No
Here we
kidding.
go. Who's next?
What?
Aloy,
Cross it over.
take it down.
Stay still.
Gets the blood flowing, doesn't it?
Ow. Not what I wanted to do. Can you give me a second? Errand, do something. Oh, go for him. Right. Get down, Aloy. Errand!
Aloy, over here.
No. Oh wait. How dare you shoot at my friend? I'm trying to, but Aloy's just not behaving herself right now.
You aren't winning this battle, you lump.
Woo! That one seems to be really good.
You want a taste of this? Right here.
Jesus.
Smack. I think we got it.
Got him.
I think you're right.
There we go. Alright. Shall we move on?
I think there's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Whoa.
Let's climb up to it.
What's in this backpack, metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep me posted.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
I wish I had a glider.
Oh.
I guess I'll find another way.
I'm sure you'll find a way. I hope.
There's a lot of dead machines on this island.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove useful to you now.
Oh, you're there.
Spectre.
Where'd you come
Sneak or
from?
fight? You choose.
I'm obviously gonna go for the fight.
Leave it here then. Live
What is-
long, kill your enemy.
What are you talking about?
Firing!
Take this and take him down.
What?
Come on.
Jesus Christ. Give me a second.
Oh, it looks like Zoe's giving us some supporting fire.
Not doing well though. Oh wait, she is.
Aloy,
You're fine. You're fine. Can you stop for a second?
Shot, I guess.
Better than any Oseram.
Oh God. Wait. Where are we going?
Hey, you okay?
Yeah. I'll find a way back up.
Got very lucky there. Very lucky. That one singular platform saved us. Get out of the way.
Tired yet?
Yep.
You could have killed me. You could have killed me. You silly boy. Alright.
Yeesh. Plants are weird.
Plans are growing back? With who?
Pick it up if you need it. It's not beer.
We can take this one, Aloy. Keep moving.
Okay.
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate stormbirds. But I guess, yeah, dead one's handy enough. Yeah, you remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed? You know, instead of the whole world?
Oh yeah. Good times.
Oh, wait. No, it said strike from above. Are you serious? No way. Oh, the option's not coming up now. Oh my god, that is so annoying. Where the hell is Erend? Oh my god, is he serious? Dude, where have you gone? How do I get out of this fight? Are you stuck? He's stuck, isn't he? Are you kidding me? Get out of the way. Wait. Yeah, I hear you. What are you doing? Were you trapped behind the wall? Are you kidding me? Is that why I could not kill these guys? Because you're not here with me? Oh, wow. Oh man, wow. He bugged out in the wall. That's why I haven't been able to kill these guys, because he's not here with me. God. Oh my god. I kind of need help myself here. Oh, you know what? Stop it. Climb up the wall.
Keep moving.
My god.
As fast as we can. You
Yeah.
alright?
Sort of.
What? Okay, I've got, I don't really have any reason behind what just happened during that Spectre fight.
Looks like the others have things under
But I
control.
had to abandon it because for some reason their health was not budging at all. And Erend was stuck behind a wall. He was stuck behind a wall, so I could not proceed at
How many
all.
specters to the Zenith's?
What the?
More than we want to fight at once, that's for sure.
What? Why didn't you jump, Aloy? What is happening? What? What? Aloy? Jump up. Jump up. Thank you.
Alma and I are in position.
Get out of the way.
Blow the regulator.
A moment while I ignite the charges.
I have to skip their fights because I don't know what's happening. I'm at Bug Central right now. It's going crazy.
Alpha and Catalo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I
What?
think we're in trouble.
Oh god.
Whatever you plan to do to stop those specters, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on, come on.
Come on, Beta.
What is that?
It's the land gods, right?
Our army.
Brilliant.
I think you got their attention.
No,
Very clever. You had Beta inject
Ah.
Hibiscus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
That's
Now we can
amazing.
crank out machines to its heart's content.
That is amazing. Wow. The machines are on our side. Yeah. Yes. Oh my god, that is amazing. Love it.
Come on. Let's get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Brilliant.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt feed back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
This mission's been a little stressful, not gonna lie.
Aloy, in case we don't make it, I just have one regret.
What is
What?
it?
That we had to do all this climbing.
Yep. I know what you mean. I mean, you're literally carrying a
Big
lot.
rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
Do we drop down? I think we drop down, don't we?
I guess not all the specters are fighting our machines.
Ah, because that'd have made it nice and easy.
Well... Let's see if this fight with them will be easier this time.
It's here when you want it.
Did not want to hit the Spectre, but whatever.
It's on fire!
And now's a good time to hit it with plasma.
Now a good time to hit it with plasma. Okay. I'll listen to you, Mr. Backseater. Why is it being slow? Ow.
I'm coming for you now.
These Spectres are insane. Get up.
Now we're talking.
And stay down.
Hit it again.
What? What? What?
Yes, Azaram 4.
What is going on? Can you all give me a second? Christ. I rolled into that. God. What are you doing? What are you doing? My God, I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, Aaron, you'll have to get yourself up.
Aloy, could you help?
Can you give me a second? They're kind of, like, annoying me at the minute. Everything feels slow. Like I'm not on the concentration mode thing, but it just feels very slow. Can you give me a minute to revive my friend? Is that okay? Oh, come. Can I revive him, please? Relax.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Thanks. You get knocked down again. Oh my god. Don't know what was going on there.
Yeah.
I didn't find any machine muscle. God, it's the one thing I'm missing. Oh, now I've got to gather the berries. So much is going on.
This way.
Big jump.
It's fine. We got it.
You can get to the launch
Tourist
tower through the
mode.
hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now.
The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy.
Oh no. Yeah, you take him on, Regala, please. Thank you. I'm not... No. What? Oh, up there. Erin, you better be behind me. Ooh, brilliant. Let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Uh-oh.
This way, demon. Ah!
Go on, Regala. Oh, dear.
This is the death I was promised. Go!
May Regala return peacefully to the cycle.
Please. She cared nothing for peace.
At least she died on her own terms. Not as your puppet.
Oblivion
True.
draws no such distinctions.
That's cold. You sure you're not a Zenith?
Aloy, it's been intense. But Katalo got me to a
Ooh,
network
look at the
node.
floor,
I'm
it's
trying to get in.
trippy.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
Awesome. And that's why I had Regala join the team. Much better send-off for her. Alright, let's get going. Oh, so cool to have silence with me. So cool. Oh god, here they all are. Oh.
Ah, now we know who's been causing all the fuss.
Oh.
Tilda's little pet.
Oh god, here we go.
Silence. Zenith's inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
This is pointless. You can't hurt us.
Yes, we can, Patches.
Face it. You're worms that ooze to the cracks into our basement.
Silence.
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
No? Nothing? Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up!
Come on, silence. Yes.
Are we supposed to be scared?
Yes. That's amazing.
We can't let Gerard escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I fail to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
So cool. Yeah. Nice.
Get to the top and secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
Okay. Music. Oh, the chills.
I gotta get to the top of the tower and free Beta.
Aloy, time machine filth!
Oh no, they found him.
Apologies for that. We're okay. As long as Alva hurries.
I'm almost into the network! Just do the best you can.
You got this. I'm nervous.
Okay,
Oh, an elevator.
Promising.
Uh-oh. Of course, this guy. Well, we could take him down anyway, so... He got no shield.
We got some unfinished business, little girl.
Don't call me little girl. That's creepy. I'm in my, what, 20s? Ouch.
I don't need a shield to take you out.
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one.
Let's go.
So long for the real fight.
We're laughing at you, psycho.
Felt that, didn't ya?
We laughing at Freak? I'm just making fun of him. Oh, right in the foot.
I'm taking you down!
Yes. Right in your stupid face. Oof, right in the face.
Aloy, are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there.
Easy. So, be careful.
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
For Val. This is for Val.
Now we're having fun, right?
Beautiful.
You okay?
I will be. In time.
Well done, Zoe.
Go. Rescue your sister. I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're all right.
Well done, Zoe. Proud of you. Whoops. Oh, that was awesome. You did an amazing job, Zoe. Yeah, I really don't have machine muscles at all. Oh dear.
Looks like the machine's inspectors have almost wiped each other out.
Sure, we can
What was
manage
that?
without them. What?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix.
Oh no.
He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go.
What?
I almost have him.
God, I don't know what Aloy was doing for a minute. She's malfunctioning.
Aaron? Is everyone alright down there?
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few specters.
What about the Zeniths?
Dead, I think. Zoe told me you got Eric. Good work.
Yeah.
Well, we got him.
I guess only Tilda and Gerard are left then.
Aloy, you there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know, but there's more. The files I found have a lot of references to something called Nemesis.
Nemesis.
Whatever it is, the Zeniths are afraid of it.
Alva? Alva! What's going on here? Maybe Beta can help me figure it out. If she's okay.
Nemesis. Interesting. Climbing, climb. Climbing, climbing, lots of climbing. We're almost there. Almost. Yeah, no, we still need more. Oh god. Well, we'll see how we do without it.
This is it. End of the line.
Yep. Let's go. Yes. Ooh. Beta.
Are you okay? Look, I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files, anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay. Over there. The systems are down all over the base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth. Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The Zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy
They're leading
beams are
Nemesis to here.
Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius.
It's whatever that
This
was.
thing did.
Yeah.
Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
Oh, God. Well, he's dead. Wow. Well and truly dead.
I see you've been busy.
And you've been lying. Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The minds of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway. Back on Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical. Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Finally, you understand. And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star, somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia. So you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home.
Wow.
But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars.
Hmm?
And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together. Where that monstrosity could never find us.
What? No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy, but her best possible self.
Wow.
So I'm not asking. You're coming with me. It may seem harsh now, but you'll forgive me in a few centuries.
Nah.
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Uh-oh.
Take cover! Get to the door!
Submit, Aloy. You can't win.
Oh, wow.
I've heard that before.
Oh boy.
Sticks and stones against the lightning.
I better scan that thing first.
Oh wow.
I can endure. You cannot.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Ask yourself why you're holding back.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I cannot see what's going on right now. I've got a shield of my own, you don't. Well, you've got that thing that you're in. So I guess it counts?
I can target its gold plating.
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
Ha! Those gold plates are vulnerable.
But you are too. Okay, this is taking a while. Oh, that was a good shot. Nope. How did that miss? Wow. Come on, get up. You're so slow, Aloy. Come on.
This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that.
Come on. Stop moving so much.
Oh, that thing's fast.
Ugh. Come on.
Why do you not value your life?
What is that?
You're not taking me, Tilda! Well, that did something.
Yikes.
Take us up!
A second, if you please.
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
Oh, if you'd stop moving, that would be wonderful. Oh, the music. What is happening? I'm trying to zoom in, but she's very slow.
This can only end one way.
What are you doing?
Elemental ammo's making a dent in those gold plates. I'll shut you down.
Up, Aloy, up. Get up.
I can endure. You cannot.
Come on, move. But even in concentration mode, it's quick. Stay still.
I will finish this.
No, you won't.
Armor's up.
What? Aloy, are you broken?
I do not wish to mourn you.
This won't work, Tilda!
This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that.
The gold plates are vulnerable to elemental ammo.
If I quickly swap to something.
It's powering up.
Sticks and stones against the lightning.
Oh, terrific.
Ask yourself why you're holding back.
You're not gonna beat me!
Ask yourself why you're holding back.
It's down!
Yep.
This world is finished! We must leave together!
No. Never gonna happen. Go back to the Matrix. What are you doing?
A few more hits.
I am the only way you get to live, Aloy!
I could survive alone. Come on, up, 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 get up, get up, get up, get up.
Keep me in the fight. Gotta take out those bolt base to stop those attacks.
Come on.
Give up now!
Never. You give up. Stop bloody moving. Got her. Yes. Let's go. Did it.
It's over. Why couldn't you just let me choose?
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely dead. There's silence.
She tried to take you.
Yep.
And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith shields. Everything I did to create the rebel army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Come now, Aloy. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition. The end result is the same. We're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind. To seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database, and begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge, one with infinite possibilities. You can join me if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life, you'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the Ten.
Goodbye, Silence.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy. You did it.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all of the help you can get.
I'd imagine if he did just...
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Oh,
Excellent idea.
Look at them.
I hope it's really over this time.
Yeah, about that.
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought.
Guy is back.
It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have. My friends have a new mission. To spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle.
Oh.
The ingenuity to solve any problem.
Wow.
The courage to overcome any obstacle. And the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.
What an incredible game. Oh, yeah, and that's the credits. Isn't that incredible? What a fantastic game. I'm just so gutted I never got to share it properly when it came out last year because of everything that's been going on. But I'm glad I got to share it with you all right now. God. The theme is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So yeah, we are being set up for a third game that involves Nemesis. And apparently according to Silence, it can't be stopped. But I'm sure that we are gonna find a way to defeat Nemesis. It's just gonna be wild, I think. I think it's gonna be quite impactful as well. Like, it's gonna be emotional too if it's gonna require some sacrifice, which has me worried for Aloy, because I don't want to lose Aloy, because Aloy is such a brilliant, iconic character, and I don't want to foreshadow. I really do not want to foreshadow. But if it ever came to that point where she had to make a sacrifice, then I don't think my heart could handle it, to be honest. I don't think my heart could actually handle that, and I'm getting emotional thinking about that, because she's just an incredible character. I think it would just be so sad, but it's pretty much what Elizabeth did herself. But Aloy, she'd find a way somehow. Like, I'm pretty sure she would find a way. And whatever she does, I am really looking forward to it. Look at that, the Horus over there. I really cannot wait to see that in the DLC. It's gonna be wild, guys. It's gonna be absolutely wild. The song is so beautiful. We heard this at the beginning of the game. I think maybe in the second episode, because the first one was pretty much just tutorial. Man, like, they really did put a lot of work into this game. It's just, oh, this game is just so beautiful. Just sucks that it collided with Elden Ring, because this game definitely deserved attention as much as Elden Ring did, in my opinion. Because Elden Ring was an amazing game. I finished it on my channel, but my god, the one regret that I had was not finishing Horizon. I would have loved to have had the time, especially with me being unwell. Like, look, and another Horus. Can you imagine just how crazy it would be if they were all alive? But I'm glad that we've gotten through this finally after so long. Yeah, you probably noticed when Silence was leaving, I did get emotional, because I forgot that he does come back. Like, I didn't remember that he would leave, but I was just like, oh, he's going to be gone. That's sad. But then it hit me. I was like, Silence is leaving. We'll never see him again. And yeah, it just made me think of his actor, and it got me all emotional. It's sad. Really wondering what they're gonna do with the third game, like what they're gonna do to like take this up, especially if they're gonna use like Unreal Engine 5, for example. I can't recall if they did use it on this. Don't know if they used it on this game or not, but if they have, then that's amazing. But imagine just how far they can take it with this game. Congratulations on completing New Game Plus. You are now free to continue exploring and complete any unfinished quests and activities. You can also start New Game Plus again from the New Game Plus start point. Oh look, Beta.
What are you up to? I'm getting a head start on looking for ways to temporarily stabilize the biosphere. We may not have Hephaestus, but I'm sure we can come up with something.
Yeah.
I paid Varl's grave a visit earlier.
Oh.
Back at Gemini, he tried so hard to protect me. He was my first friend. I still can't believe he's gone. Me too.
I think that's everything. Oh.
So, Nemesis. I had a lot of theories on what destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius, but a twisted amalgamation of uploaded Zenith brain scans was definitely not one of them. And now it's headed for Earth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild, I think.
Be careful out there, Aloy. When the Zeniths forced me to work on merging Hephaestus, it was... well, it was really pissed off. Capturing it again, it's not gonna be easy. We'll find a way.
We'll find a way. I'm sure we will. Alright. I'm gonna leave this episode here with this.
We did it, Varl. We stopped the Zeniths. We saved life on Earth. Well, for now, at least. There's another threat coming. I don't know how we're gonna beat it. But we'll face it together. All of us. Rest easy, my friend. I'll visit again when I can.
Oh. Goodbye, Val. Actually, I'll sit with him. Aloy can stay here and I can give you all a nice send-off because this is the final episode of Horizon Forbidden West before the DLC is out. And I cannot wait to see what it's all going to be about. I am really looking forward to what's happening. From the trailers, we were introduced to a new character called Seika. So I'm really excited to see what her character's all about. So that's all I know. And the fact that we also get to fight our very first Horus, which is gonna be wild. It's gonna be insane. And I'm very much looking forward to it. It's gonna be a fun DLC for sure. I cannot wait to explore this blindly with all of you. It's just, I'm just so excited. I really cannot wait to see it with all of you. I cannot wait. Alright everyone, take great care and I will see you all in the Burning Shores DLC. Thank you everyone for joining me. I'm sorry I couldn't cover everything in this game. I just sadly do not have enough time to do so. But if ever in future, when they announce the third Horizon game, I would love to play through Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West with you all. I think it would be a lot of fun. So, we'll see. Take great care and I will see you all very, very soon. Have a wonderful day everyone. Bye.